All month long, we've been sharing stories for Black History Month.
And this week, we're airing a special to highlight different influential figures in our community.
Julian is here with the second of 5 profiles, this one featuring a culinary master. Julian.
That's right. Not far from Bank of America Stadium, there's a top-ranked chef, not even 30 years old, but his passion for cuisine and storytelling shines through in his food.
Hey, Shay, can you grab gluten-free out the freezer for me?
This is Chef Chayil Johnson's happy place. For the Big Easy native, food isn't just a hobby, it's part of who he is.
Everything in New Orleans is centered around food. I don't even know if I'm proud to say this, but New Orleanians don't eat to live. We do live to eat. You should only have 33, right?
Not even 30 years old, Johnson's already climbed the culinary ladder. He's an executive chef at Community Matters Cafe, rubs shoulders with greats like Emeril Lagasse, and he's even finished second in a statewide cooking competition, cementing him as one of the area's top chefs. But Johnson almost went down a different path. Originally, he wanted to go to the prestigious New Orleans Center for Creative Arts, or NOCCA for short, for music.
I used to play the saxophone and piano a little bit, and so I went to an open house for the jazz program, and I realized I sucked.
So instead, he applied and found himself in the newly created culinary program at NOCCA and under the tutelage of Dana Dianzi Tui, a mentor who would help a shy young boy come out of his shell.
She really gave me, instilled that confidence that what I believe was there in me. And just to be able to be me unashamed about it.
It's that same confidence that helped the Johnson & Wales alum realize that his story deserved to be told through his food.
I've worked with a lot of people who've been at Michelin star restaurants and have worked in France and Spain and Brazil, all these places. And I look at that and I'm like, dang, I can't do that stuff. I haven't had that wide range of experience within food and cuisine. But what I can do that I know no one else can do is put my experiences on a plate. Say 2 Johnny cakes after this one.
Things like his Johnny cake pay honor to his NOLA roots, a cornmeal pancake originally made by Native Americans and then slaves. His rice grits, a nod to the West Africans that brought the method of cooking broken rice or middlings to America. Both examples of modern cooking that were a part of his childhood that he's now seeing elevated in some of America's top kitchens.
I'm like, that's nothing new. It's been my grandma was pickling collard green stems before most of these chefs were born. And I'm sure her grandmother and great-grandmother were doing the same, if not more, because they couldn't afford to waste. It wasn't, a hot trend. It was out of necessity.
Then there's one last component to the stories Johnson tells through his dishes. And this one isn't evident on the plates, but rather in those who serve them and cook them for guests.
We're using community as a way to help people find sobriety.
Aside from being a top-rated restaurant, the Community Matters Cafe employs graduates of the Charlotte Rescue Mission's recovery programs, giving them a chance to learn valuable life skills over a 6-month period. Johnson works right alongside them, teaching them and helping them.
And let's use those.
The one shy kid from New Orleans, now the light that brings not only the cafe together, but also the Charlotte community, by sharing his stories, his culture, and Black history with his food.
That's what makes us human. That's what makes us strong. That's what makes culture cool, right? Culture is one of the coolest things in the world. If everyone had the same culture and the same beliefs and the same look and everything, how boring would life be?
Man, I like Chef Johnson. He sure made me hungry. Man, he's serving up a great message there. Does he work with other local chefs? I hear that he does a kind of an annual dinner series.
He does. Actually, they just had one on Monday night. Every Black History Month for now, the past 3 years, they do want to pay homage to Black chefs before them, some that are not well known, like George Washington's personal chef, Hercules. So they recreate some of the recipes. This past one, though, they did on famous Black authors and kind of change their stories into food.
That's so neat. I loved that piece. And you've got several more for us this week. What's coming up tonight?
Tonight, we're actually introducing you to the first apprenticed and licensed Black tattoo artist in Charlotte. So he actually has a shop in Plaza Midwood, so we're going to introduce you to him and a historian who inspired him to get where he is.
And this is all leading up to a series that you and some of our producers have put together.
That's right. Black History Month special, Sharing Our Stories, airs Friday, 6:30 right here on Queen City News, and again Sunday at noon on WNYT.
A lot of work has gone into this, Julian. Nicely done. Appreciate that.
Thank you.